The date is January 12th, 2026. I had a normal work day, nothing too eventful, but I kept on kept on thinking about one thing that happened on repeat. It's comparison. And I was trying to figure out in my life, is comparison more of a motivator or a way to lower my own value, right? Which is hard because some people you can use it as motivation, but you can also use it as a way to like you know shit on yourself, and it's really easy to shit on yourself and be upset about the current situation. Because I was talking to my coworker, who's younger than I am, and like they're working on their masters, and they I would say they probably have a better social life and like all these other things. Yet I'm not them. Like, why am I comparing myself at that moment to a person that I'm not? And I have no control of being that person. So, do I use that information to motivate myself? Or am I just using that information? Like, I'm like, oh, I have good friends, but like, I don't even have my bachelor's. And you have your master's. But then it comes to the point where like you see it at face value and you don't recognize if they're still enjoying life. Like they have all these other things. Maybe they're ahead, but why am I trying to erase them? And it kind of it kind of just like stuck with me. Like, am I my own competition? When you run a marathon, the only person that you're trying to beat in the marathon is yourself, right? Like you're not trying to be anyone else. You're not going to be the fastest runner unless you train like you've been training forever to be the fastest runner. So, I guess it comes back to like, you know, if you want to be the fastest runner, then is comparison good? Or is comparison bad because it completely demotivates you? But then if you come from like the stoic mindset of like other people don't affect me, thus I can only control myself, so I should be happy with myself, then even like recognizing other people's accomplishments is kind of a waste of time because they don't really affect you. But then if you go with that mindset, then all of a sudden, you know, nothing matters. Like nothing that anyone tells you matters in general, and that's not healthy. Because how do you build up relations? So I don't know. I think that was just a thought loop I ran into today, and I I guess my conclusion that I came to, or I am coming to as I'm speaking, is that just because someone has done more than me doesn't mean they are better than me. It just means that they're on a different track. And I shouldn't ever let that downplay my accomplishments. But recognizing that in the moment's really hard to be like, oh, like, I'm not that far. How old are you again? And that's pretty hard. It is hard. I can be happy for them, and I should be happy for them. But yeah, I don't know. Just kind of my food for thought for today. Mm, Yeah, I didn't really come into this with like a plan on exactly how I wanted to talk about it, and I'm not really good at. I can't visualize because I can't imagine. It's called aphantasia. So when I talk about it, it feels like one step into another step, instead of having this like outline of what I want to hit and how I want to hit it, and formulating what I want to actually talk about. So it feels a lot more wild, and I think that's why I have to think about what I have to say. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I need to stop comparing myself as much. And if I do compare myself, it should be a motivator for me to do better, but not because the other person is doing better than I am. That's it. That's all she wrote. I don't know. I made cookies today, and bro, check out the picture of these cookies. These are busting. Look at these cookies. Oh my god. Actually, let's say it's from an ad. Alright, let's look like I'm flipping you guys off. That's my bad. But I got a flashbang. Yeah. Comparison.